Greetings, 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 greetings. Peace, love, harmony, and light. This is Chief Kalinago with some video. Listen, I know it's almost 2 o'clock in the AM, and I guess it's different time zones, but the point I'm making is it's late, okay, and it's cool. It's cool because like I say, I move in the spirit, and I'm always here to educate and bring the knowledge. You feel me? Because I really don't want people getting left behind. So, with that being said, for those of you who can't see this live right now or that's not on this live right now, man, listen, it's cool, all right? Because I know you probably would have been at a party or whatever. So you home, so wake up, okay? Polito family peace. And let's get this popping. All right. So for those of you who cannot catch the live, I guess when you get up, you will see the information. But I move in the spirit, and I just got to make sure I put that information out there because we have to stay ahead of the curve. We have to stay abreast of everything that's happening. And one of the main reasons why people who are not financially stable or people who are not in a position to control their lives the way they want to is because of financial illiterate financial they're financially illiterate, okay? And we have to come to a point where we have to be really for ourselves. Now, a lot of people, I hear a lot of people saying, right, that money don't matter, currency don't matter, right? And particularly, I've heard that from a couple of brothers, all right? But what these brothers are not telling you is they are staying with their women, and their women got jobs, and the women are taking care of them. So they could come on the internet and come tell you, well, currency don't matter, fiat currency don't matter, but why is your woman working? You see, and that's the thing with me. I cannot deal with hypocrisy. You see, I'm a realist and I know what it takes to make things happen. You feel me? So you are on the internet because you think you call yourself an Aborigine or American Indian, and then you going around on the internet telling people money don't matter. All we need is people. How is that? Money don't matter. You see, there has always been a form of currency, but the same people who are telling you that, right? They got their women working. They tell you they don't need a driver's license, but their women got driver's license, and they sitting home like kings. But they on the internet promoting, oh, we don't need money. Money's not important. Well, to me, that's a form of hypocrisy, and I know that for a fact because I've seen it with my own eyes. You feel me? You let your woman do the dirty work and you live like a king talking about money don't matter. But every time you need $10, every time you need $20, every time your phone bill needs to get paid, anytime food got to be bought, your woman got to pay for it, right? Because she's the one working. Yeah, okay. But anyway, that's neither here or there. What I'm going to do is the point I'm making is stop listening to people that keep telling you money don't matter or currency don't matter. I don't care what you call it. You could call it fiat. You could call it paper money. It don't matter. The point is it's a form of exchange. People don't realize we are living in a different age. We are not living back in the days when people had different means of bartering. You feel me? But just to prove my point, I'm going to I'm going to show you some information because you see, knowledge is the key. And that's why people are living this illusion because they are being taught by people with their own agendas. You see what these people want to do? They want to put themselves in positions where they could control you. You feel me? Because you don't have your own freedom. They want to control you and they want your life or your livelihood to be totally dependent on them. That's what they want. So they'll tell you, oh, money don't matter. But every time they turn around, they're begging their women for money. I can't deal with people like that. That's why my friend list is really, really short. okay? Because I can't do it. So let me share some information with you, all right? For those people that say money don't matter, all right? Where we at? Let me go here and pull this up, and let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. What I'm going to share with you right now, we're going to go into ancient Egypt, all right? Because everybody's always talking about Egypt and they don't know what they're talking about, all right? But here we go. Give me a second. For everybody who keeps saying money don't matter, let me show you how it matters. Because like I said, there are different, there has always been a form of trade, all right? There has always been a system to barter, okay? Let's read. Ancient Egypt forms of money, okay? Now, if Egypt had money, then how are you going to tell me money don't matter in 2020? Come on, man. Y'all got to stop the illusion. Here we go, all right? Ancient Egyptians society used different forms of money before using coinage in the first millennium BC. Now imagine that. Did you know that Egypt had a form of currency around or right after the first millennium BC? A lot of people don't know that, huh? The Egyptians used a non-coin form of silver and gold currency, such as silver rings and gold pieces shaped like sheep, centuries before minting coins out of the metals. The earliest forms of money in Egypt were not based on metals, but rather based on barter exchange of everyday goods. You feel me? Goods were the form of currency, okay? Goods were the form of what you call fiat. So once again, folks, stop allowing people to teach you, okay? I really, sometimes it's really mind-boggling, and our people, and just people in general, okay? People wonder why they are in the positions that they are in, especially who call themselves, oh, they stepped into knowledge. Stop living the illusion. Stop living the illusion. Pay no mind to people who are teaching you those type of ideologies. Let's talk about grain banks, okay? Grain banks. Ancient Egyptian governments centralized harvest in state warehouses. Grain harvest would deposit their grain into the central warehouse for security and convenience. The depositors could then withdraw a particular lot of grain when they wanted to make a purchase. Sometimes the deposits into these Egyptian grain banks were voluntary, and other times it was required by the king. You see what I'm saying? So there has always been, even the further back you go, there has always been forms of government, okay, that controlled people. I'm showing you the facts. Now, I'm not saying that we have to be controlled by governments. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in a sense that there has always been a monetary system, okay? Whether it was precious gold, whether it was metal, whether it was gold-backed mint paper, whether it was grain banks, okay? Whether it was grain banks, there has always been that. And that was the form of currency then. Today, we would probably call it fiat, okay? Sometimes the depositors, the deposits into these Egyptian grain banks were voluntary, and other times it was required by the king. Written orders for grain withdrawal could be used to pay tax collectors, priests, and merchants. So even back then, Egyptians were paying taxes, and they were using grain to pay their taxes, okay? To pay their taxes. The barter system, all right? Ancient Egypt society practiced a complex barter systems of cashless exchange. People would gather in public marketplaces to exchange their goods with one another. Okay, that was a form of currency, the bartering system. If I have apple and you have oranges, you give me oranges, I give you apple. That's a form of currency, it's a form of exchange. You feel me? But in today's society, people have lost the concept of agriculture and growing their own food. So we cannot practice that right now. Now, maybe we could revert to it, which hopefully we can. We could go back to probably what's more natural, all right, and start growing our foods. But first, we have to use what we have in this system. We have to use what we have now. Okay, we have to use what we have now so that we could get back, all right, to more of a natural way. In other words, if we want to go back to the barter system and do it with grains and food, okay, and fruits, vegetables, seeds, that's fine. You see what I'm saying? But in today's day and age, that's not what it is. You feel me? Now, some marketplaces were seasonal and included valuable and unique products that were produced outside of the local area. Beginning in the first millennium BC, according to the Tehuti Research Foundation, metal coins were used in ancient Egypt, to correct for small differences in value during bartering transactions. All right, so even right in the beginning of the millennium BC, a coinage, a form of money with coins, was already being introduced in Egypt. Okay, so money is nothing new for all you people who want to teach people ignorance and want to keep people ignorant. Okay, coins were also used for highly complicated transactions such as business transactions. Okay, so let me just stop sharing my screen here for a second. And I'll also put that document in the link for you guys. Let me copy that so you could go ahead and read the full details on that yourself. Okay? Because I would like for you to do your own research. Do your own research. Okay, let me put that in the link for you. And the reason why I'm showing you this information is because, like I said, you have a lot of people on the internet, whether they're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever they at. They feel like they come into this newfound knowledge. Oh, we don't need money. Oh, we don't need fiat. But yet still, they always turning around begging somebody for something. You feel me? So how you don't need fiat, but you always, but somebody else is taking care of your household. You see, you could afford to come and fool people. But like I said, Chief Kalinago knows. And I don't play these games. I keep it real with people. All right. I say, let's get as much fiat currency as we can. And then we could come together, put our resources together, and then find another way to do bartering. But fiat currency is a form of bartering. All it is, people say it has no value. What you mean it has no value? Even me in the past, I've said it. But you see, I was speaking from, again, that ignorant perspective, because you're thinking that's what people want to hear. And that's what you are learning. But the truth of the matter is it has value because it's the energy that's being put behind it. You feel it has value because when you work for 8 hours, 10 hours, you get paid with it. So it's your energy that gives it the value. Just like the seeds, just like the grain. Okay, if you don't plant it, or you go work the farms, guess what? It's not going to have any value. It's your energy that puts the value behind it. The point I'm making is in our society today, in our day and time, that's what we use to buy things. So of course it has value. It's just a form of exchange. It's a barter system. It's different from what they used back then. You feel me? Can you imagine if grain and seeds were still the form of bartering? Everybody would have to be a farmer, because that means if you don't have seeds, if you don't have grain, your family cannot eat. So stop allowing these people to play with your intelligence, teaching you this foolishness. Okay? Everybody's talking about, oh, well, all we need is land. Well, let me ask you a question. When you go get the land, how are you going to develop the land? Hmm? Where you going to get the tractors at? Don't you have to buy the tractors? We have some land. Our family got some land in California. All right. And we can't really do anything with the land because we have to get the money to work the land. We have to dig a well to get water, and a well costs between $10 to $20,000. We have to build a septic system. That again is another form of money. Electricity. If we use their electricity, we still have to pay for that. If we get solar panel, we still got to pay for that. You feel me? So why are people living these illusions? You see what I'm saying? These people think that you keep talking about you came from greatness. You came from kings and queens, but you're speaking like you want people to live in mud huts and you want people to live in dirt. That's not my reality, family. I tell people I'm not going to do videos to make you feel good and tell you things you want to hear. I'm telling you videos that's going to make you feel uncomfortable because I don't want you to get comfortable. I don't want to live in no mud huts. That's not where I came from. I truly know I came from royalty. So I'm going to live my life like royalty. I'm going to live the best life. The truth of the matter is I don't want to do it alone. I want to do it with people, okay, to make sure that everybody's living their best lives. But if people don't want to step up and take control of their lives and to live their life in the fullest form, then guess what? I will do it by myself. You feel me? Because it's absolutely ludicrous. You feel me? It's absolutely ludicrous. You know what I mean? Just because I get some land, I'm not going to sleep on dirt floors. What's wrong with y'all people, man? Now you have to ask yourself, did you really come from royalty or did you come from people who were sleeping on dirt? So when y'all pushing this illusions trying to make people think y'all are so intellectual and so educated and you have all this knowledge, let me tell y'all something, man. Chief Kalana will see through all the BS. Okay? That's why I keep my distance and I keep my circle really small. I do, honestly, because I don't like hypocrites. I really don't. It really irks me. It really, really, really does. You know what I'm saying? It does. So like I tell people, we don't have to let money control us, but let us put ourselves in a position to control the money. A lot of our people are talking about, oh, we have spending power. We spend, how many $1 trillion every Christmas, every year. Why are you proud of that? That's nothing to be proud of, having spending power. When you have investment power, now you talk about that. Now you come talk to me. Not when you have spending power. You see, consumers get consumed. So don't be proud that our people spend $1 trillion every Christmas or $1 billion every Christmas. That's nothing to be proud of. All you're doing is on enriching other people while you stay broke, busted, and disgusted. We manifest here to live our best lives, and don't let anybody make you think or feel otherwise for wanting to be successful. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that money could bring you joy. Money cannot buy you joy, but it will buy you some happiness. You feel me? There's two different things. Okay? Joy and happiness are feelings, all right? And joy is something that comes from more within. Happiness could be external. Okay, you buy me a car, that could make me happy, but it cannot bring me joy. So the point I'm making is it's okay to be happy. It's okay to be joyful. Live your best life. It doesn't mean that you have to do things that are considered, immoral or hurt people to get those things. It doesn't mean that. But be in honor and get as much of it as you can and come together and then we build. Because what's the point of having land if we cannot work the land? Again, that's an illusion. All we need is people, really. So do you think we live in the Fred Flintstone days? Even in Fred Flintstone days, they still had some tools. The point I'm making is, what are we going to use to work the land? You think people want to be digging the dirt or the land with pickaxe all day? No, people don't want to do that. That's why they got machines for. We are evolving. So family, all I'm saying is stop listening to these people that's teaching these illusions. They will tell you you don't need money, but behind your back, they're begging somebody else. They're asking somebody else, or they got somebody else taking care of them. All right? So don't listen to these people. All right? Get with like-minded people and let's build this wealth. You feel me? So with that being said, let me go ahead and share some of the information with you, because things are changing. Things are changing, and I'm sharing this information with you so that we stay ahead of the game. You see, you have to, this is a world that's advancing. And the reason why we are losing this game is because we are not getting ahead of the curve. We always wait for things to happen. We are reactive opposed to being proactive. And in this day and age, only the people who are proactive are going to compete and going to win. Okay? So I'm saying put yourself in a position, okay, whether it's with your family, a group of people, and build that financial wealth. And then with like minds, you come together and then you work on the projects that you need to work on, whether it's buying land to grow food or getting land to grow food or whatever it is, whatever you have to do with the success that you guys accumulate, put yourself in a position that you're able to sustain anything that comes. All right? And I'll always be real about that. I'm not going to chase money. I'm going to let the money chase me. Money's not going to control me. I'm going to control it. You feel me? That's just what it is. But you have to put yourself in a position, all right, to live your best life. Is that simple? Okay, you deserve the best things. You deserve to take the vacations. All right, you deserve not to be at somebody's job. Okay, how are you going to feed your children? So stop listening to the illusion that people are teaching on this internet, telling you, oh, our ancestors didn't use money. Our ancestors didn't do that. Shut the hell up. Y'all have no idea what you're talking about. Yes, they had a form of currency. It may not be the one that we have today, but they had their own version of that. Foolish people. That's what I call them. All right, let me share my screen again. Okay, so here we go. All right. Things are changing. Like I keep telling y'all, things are changing. Things are changing. Don't get left behind. All right. And this article right here, this article was published, and that's news.bitcoin.com/JP Morgan Bitcoins Market. Okay. And that was June 13th, 2020. June 13th, 2020. Let's read. JP Morgan Bitcoin's market structure more resilient than currencies, equities, treasuries, and gold. Okay? Let's read. JP Morgan strategists have reportedly found that Bitcoin's market structure to be more resilient than those of currencies, equities, treasuries, and gold. In a new report on Bitcoin stress tests, JP Morgan wrote that cryptocurrencies have longevity as an asset class. People, pay attention to what I'm telling y'all. Get ahead of the game. Okay? Don't let the game chase you. Don't let the game leave you behind. Don't let it leave you behind. You feel me? The reason why this is going to be successful is because it is based on people dealing with each other. That is the new form of the bartering system. You feel me? And you could do peer-to-peer transactions. And guess what? It is decentralized, meaning that the central banks have no control, okay, over what you're doing with your cryptocurrency if you set it up correctly and if you're in the right platform and if you're in the right position. You are the bank. You have the control. Okay, let's read. In a new report entitled Cryptocurrency Takes Its First Stress Test, Digital Gold, Pirate, or Something in Between, JP Morgan strategists say Bitcoin is looking mostly positive. Bloomberg reported Friday. The report led by head of U.S. interest rate derivatives strategy Joshua Younger and cross-asset research analyst Nikolios shows that cryptocurrencies have longevity as an asset class. The report examines Bitcoin cryptocurrencies and other financial assets as the plunge in March, when the coronavirus pandemic exploded in the US, causing shutdowns that crippled the economy. While Bitcoin crashed to under $4,000, it bounced back faster than most other assets and recouped most of its value by the end of April. So when the economy crashed, right, Bitcoin took a hit, but guess what? It bounced back right in April to its value. All right. Moreover, Bitcoin valuations did not diverge much from intrinsic levels during the March panic, though the bubble collapsed as dramatically as it inflated. The strategist wrote, Bitcoin has really traded below the cost of production, including the very disorderly conditions that prevailed in March. The JP Morgan strategists also found that the currency's price action points to their continued use more as a vehicle for speculation than medium of exchange or store of value, noting that Bitcoin appears to have been correlated to riskier assets like equities. Furthermore, the report describes that there were few signs of a flight to liquidity within the assets class, as most cryptocurrencies collectively fell in March, concluding that Bitcoin weathered its stress test well. The strategist wrote, there is little evidence of run dynamics or even material quality teetering among cryptocurrencies, even during the throes of the crisis in March. The report also explores liquidity, or the bid-offer spread of the order books, which is directly related to volatility. When the order book thins, a given transaction could result in a larger price change and vice versa, the news outlet conveyed. Though Bitcoin saw among the most severe drops in liquidity around the peak of the crisis, that disruption unwound itself much faster than other asset classes, according to the publication, and the strategist wrote. Once again, for those of you who don't know, right, everything that happened, once again, that's a stress test to see if Bitcoin could stand the hit of the financial crisis. They're testing the grounds. So everything is done strategically. All right. Now I'm going to read a little more, and then I'm going to go to the next one. Okay. The coin's market structure turned out to be more resilient than those of currencies, equities, treasuries, and gold. JP Morgan has come a long way in its recognition of Bitcoin. And if you don't know, JP Morgan is also Chase. All right. In September 2017, CEO Jamie Dimon called Bitcoin a fraud, only to regret saying it a few months later. Now, JP Morgan Chase is even providing banking services to Bitcoin exchanges, Coinbase and Gemini. Last month, the company agreed to pay $2.5 million to settle a class action lawsuit for overcharging fees for cryptocurrencies. So, right, so you see, so even your banks right now, all right, are giving you the possibilities to exchange your US dollars in Bitcoin currencies, and they have different type of Bitcoins. You feel me? So I'm showing you the trend that's happening, the things that's coming, and all that is part of financial literacy. All right, literacy. You have to be ahead of the game. Be ahead of the game. Okay, that's all I'm just saying. Let's go to the next one. All right, and this one is coming from Bloomberg. All right, JP Morgan. JP Morgan crash survival shows it has staying power. Here we go. All right, and that was published on June 12th, 2020. All right, and last updated on June 15th, 2020. Bloomberg, if Bitcoin were a student, you could think it as maybe having entered middle school by now, given its age. Maybe. Also, it just took its first test. And according to JP Morgan Chase and Company, it got mostly positive results. In March, Bitcoin, like many other areas of the market, underwent a stretch of severe disruption as world's economies started to shut down and investors fled riskier assets due to the coronavirus outbreak. But Bitcoin emerged relatively unscathed, according to a report from the bank titled Cryptocurrency Takes Its First Stress Test, Digital Gold, Pirate, or something in between. The cryptocurrencies largely survived the madness of March suggests longevity as an asset class, wrote strategists at the bank led by Joshua Younger and Nicole, and which I just read, right? But they say the price action points to their continued use more as a vehicle for speculation than the medium of exchange or store of value. Okay, because remember, when you're using Bitcoins, that it's more so of a peer-to-peer. People are dealing with each other directly, all right? And they are getting rid of the middleman, which is the banks. You feel me? All right, so let's read again. That seemed to be the case on Thursday when the world's largest digital coin fell as much as 7.8% amid the worst S&P 500 slump in 12 weeks. On Friday, it rebounded, retracing about a third of the previous day's losses to trade around 9,500. It gained about 75% since mid-March, but it's still half of its near 20,000 record peak. The original cryptocurrency was born on Halloween 2008 with the publication of a research paper by someone who went by Satoshi, titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system that would make it almost 12 years old. Now, here's the thing. When Bitcoin first came out, a few people told me about it. I even had a Bitcoin wallet and everything. Okay, I'm certainly sure I forgot what it is now. But the point is, I paid it no mind. You see what I'm saying? And that was literally about 12 years ago, right? Imagine that if I had invested in Bitcoin. So the point I'm making is this, right, people, all right? Don't have the story if I had. You see, we are always telling those type of stories. Damn, if I had. We don't have to put ourselves in this position. Right now, we could still be ahead of the game. But anyway, I'm not going to read the entire, I'm not going to read the entire publication for you. It's kind of like repetitive from the one I read earlier, but it's just a little more in detail. All right, but I put that in the link below for you as well. So let me come back to the screen. Okay, the point I'm making is this. Let me stop sharing my screen. The point I'm making is this. Put yourself in a position. All right, put yourself in a position. Don't let your story be, damn, if I had. Because like I said, 12 years ago, somebody told me about Bitcoin. I opened up a Bitcoin wallet. I didn't grasp the concept of it. I had no idea what it was. So I got discouraged. I'm like, this thing ain't going nowhere. Look at where we are today. You feel me? So if I had taken the time to learn about it and invest in it, then my story wouldn't have been damn, I wish I had, or I should have. Guess what? This don't have to be your story today. This don't have to be my story today. Let's put ourselves in a position. Stop listening to the naysayers. Okay? Stop listening to the people that's teaching illusions. Stop listening to those people because they are the same people that's telling you we don't need money. But every time they turn around, somebody's giving them $1 to eat food to pay their phone bill. And like I said, that type of hypocrisy I can't deal with. And everybody's talking about, oh, Black Wall Street. We need to build back Black Wall Street. Well, what do you think Black Wall Street was about? It was about social empowerment and economic empowerment. If you want to compete as a nation, as a people, you have to have some type of currency. And everybody's like, well, let's create our own. Well, guess what? You go ahead and create your own and use it amongst yourself. That means you could only trade with yourselves. When you go into the outside world, what kind of value is yours going to have? Because it's not recognized. You see, people, once again, man, people just deal on emotions. And when they start talking, they're talking based on what they hear people say. And those are the same people that's broke, sitting at home, depending on their mates to take care of them. And that's mostly men. I see a lot of men doing that BS. And I'm calling y'all out because I know a lot of y'all. Y'all sit around like kings, let your women hit the street to work, and then you go around on the internet talking about, oh, I don't need currency, I don't use currency. But your wife out there slaving, your girlfriend out there slaving. I know a few of y'all. I ain't gonna call no names, you know your damn self. Stop teaching people that type of foolishness. We live in a world where we have to compete, unfortunately. So I'm saying, for those of us who could link together, the like minds, let's come together because I don't want to mess with everybody. Because, I mean, God knows, a lot of you Negroes already too gone. And that's just facts. But the point I'm making is, whoever you could vibe with, you don't have to vibe with me. Okay, whoever you could vibe with, get together with the people that you could vibe with and get into something, all right, that's going to put y'all in a position to be financially free. You don't have to do it with me. You don't have to do it with my circle. I'm just giving you the information. Whether you like me or not, y'all cannot say, Chief, don't be dropping that information because I don't take it personal. I'm going to do me regardless. And I know my people I call my family, we're going to do us regardless. But at the same time, I want to see everybody be successful. Whether you consider me a brother, a friend, or an enemy. I don't care what you consider me. The point is, I wish you the best. I truly wish everybody the best. I wish everybody success, period. I don't care how you feel about me, but I still wish you success because that's the type of heart that I have. It's damn near 2:30 in the AM, and I'm here bringing that information to people because I want to see you succeed. You feel me? So, with that being said, if you look in the link of the video, all right, there's an amazing program that deals with the Bitcoin, with the crypto Ethereum. Ethereum is the #2 cryptocurrency in the world, all right? And peer-to-peer transactions is becoming popular. The decentralized banks or the decentralized method is literally what's driving the force. In other words, people are tired of decentralized banks controlling their money. So they want more control. They want to cut out the middleman. And I'm presenting to you an opportunity that could allow you to do that. Your success is really up to you. You feel me? You don't have to sit around and the same people who talk about money is not important. Guess what? When they spoke of the stimulus checks, they're the first ones checking their bank account, running to the mailbox to see if that $1,200 came. Don't let them fool you, family. Don't let them fool you. I know a lot of them. Okay? I know a lot of them personally. You feel me? So if you look below the link of the video, at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, and 9 a.m. Pacific Time, there is a live presentation of this amazing program that I've been telling y'all about. The link is below. I'm sharing the information with you. Be on. Get your family, get your young adults. Teach them, okay? Don't teach your children what you know. Teach them what you didn't know. Because obviously what we knew, it wasn't good enough. What we knew is what put us in the position that we're in today. And if we don't change anything, the cycle will repeat itself. Because that's the definition of insanity. Doing the same things over and over and over again, the same thing, and expecting a different result. And then we complain. You want to blame the government. You want to blame so-called white people. Stop blaming people for the situation that you're in. Wake your butt up and do something. Do something different. Stop complaining, damn it. Stop. It's nobody's fault but yours. It's that simple. So once again, the information is in the link below, okay? It's a live presentation, all right? And it's at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, and 9 a.m. Pacific Time, all right? Get on. It's not costing you anything to just see the information. And for those of you who are actually interested, if you have any questions, my email is in the link below. If you would like to be a partner of our community, because we have our own community, all right, that's doing this. And it's amazing. Like I tell folks, for literally less than $17, for less than $17, if you cannot invest $17 in yourself to put yourself in a position to become financially stable, then you lose the right to complain. And like I told y'all before, you're not giving me the $17 to $20. It's not for me. You investing it in yourself. It's not coming to me. I don't have to be doing these videos. I do it because I care. I really want to see you do better. I want to see you in a position where you don't have to depend on the government to get a stimulus check. All right? I want to see you in a position where your children don't have to struggle, where your children don't have to suffer. I want to see you in a position where you could afford to take vacations once a month, twice a month, as often as you so choose, because you deserve it. I want to see you in a position where you could homeschool your children because you don't have to go to someone else's job and sit for 8 to 10 hours. I want to see you successful, not stressed out. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the amount of financial wealth, all the wealth in the world is going to bring you joy. I never said that. But guess what? It's not going to make you sad either to have the things that you could just get at will. Just imagine if money wasn't an issue, how different your life would be. The point I'm making is you deserve better. You deserve more. You deserve to live life opposed to struggling every single day. All right? And then we have to be out there filling out applications and begging people for jobs. All right? Stop listening to people that's teaching you this illusion that you don't need currency. Stop listening to these people. Look at their lives. Go ask them where they are at right now. And see how fast they'll run back into the closet like roaches because they are not being real. They are not being real. So I say, come together with like minds. You don't have to be with me. but come together with like minds and work on building financial wealth. And you and your group, you and your organization, you and your family get some land and now build. And I tell people, when I hear people say, oh, well, we got to get land, we got to do this. It's not that people don't want to come together and get land. The problem is they can't afford it. And some people will tell you, oh, we don't need money to buy land, it's our land. Or really, you think the US government, the way they took it, they're just going to give it back to you? That's why I tell people I don't deal with illusions. And then you have to be in court for years fighting to pay taxes. Come on, man. I know the game. I know the game. All right? I know the game. So my thing is, I am introducing you. I'm giving you the solutions. All right? I am giving you the solutions. Yes, people talk about the problems all the time, but I am giving you solutions. I'm not just telling you about the problems, but I'm giving you solutions. And I'm not saying that the program that I'm a part of is the answer. I'm not telling you that, but I'm telling you that the potential is there. All right. And the success is based on what you do. I am also part of a SUSU, which is great. I mean, SUSUs have been around for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Okay. The point I'm making is people are coming together practicing group economics. We are doing that so that we don't depend on the government, whether they send out their stimulus check or not. All right. Whether they send out their stimulus check or not, guess what? We don't care, because we are coming together and we are taking care of ourselves. All right. Whether you call it fiat currency, money, I don't care what you call it. It's only a means of transportation for us. Okay. We are not serving it, but we are using it so it could serve us. And Sister Joanne, I already told you, send me an inbox. I will send you the information. You feel me? So also there's a link below the video. Okay. There's a link below the video. Be on the call today and you will get all the information you need. You will learn how to create your own bank, your own Ethereum bank. All right. And learn how to do peer-to-peer transaction and be part of a community that's helping each other build. The information is there. So nobody could say they don't know or they didn't know. Okay. You lose the right to complain when the information is given to you and you don't use it. Stop complaining. Opportunities are around. And like I said, there's so many different ways for us to come together, all right, and practice group economics and build wealth so we don't have to depend on outside sources except our own selves, period. So once again, this information is in the link below. And for those of you who will be on the presentation or taking a look at the presentation, and if you are interested, my email is in the link below, or you could inbox me with any questions or say, hey, Chief, you know what? I'm ready to get started. How do I get started? Just get back to me after the presentation. That's all. It's that simple. And you will be part of our community that's practicing group economics. And we only want to deal with people with great energy, like minds. That's all. And like I said, it's literally costing you less. If you're interested in the program, it's costing you less than $20, less than 20 US dollars to invest in yourself, to create I'm talking about unlimited wealth. So if you cannot afford $20 to invest in yourself, then trust me, you really need this, because that means you are in a real messed up situation. That's just facts. So like I said, it's not coming to me. It's to invest in you. It's yours. You will learn how to have your own bank. Nobody will have the keys to your bank but you. There's no middleman but you. There's no middleman, period. You are in control. All right. So if you would like that information, the link is below. Be on the call to see the information at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, and 9 a.m. Pacific Time. All right. I will see you guys on the call. I will be on the call. And once the call is over, you could inbox me or send me an email to ask any questions that you may have, or say, hey, Chief, you know what? I like what I saw. I like what I hear. Tell me how to get started, or show me how to get started, and I will put you on. Like I said, we also have SUSUs as well. So many different ways we are practicing group economics. Don't get left behind listening to naysayers. All right. That's all I got to say. That's all I have for you. So with that being said, enjoy the rest of your continuation. Get some rest. I'm about to go do that myself. And I truly love and appreciate you guys. The information is in the link below. So be at the presentation. All you have to do is be on your phone, be in front of your computer. Like I said, technology is here. Okay. And the world has gotten a whole lot smaller because of technology. And guess what? With the information that you're going to see on the presentation, you have the ability to have partners all around the world because it's a global thing. Can you imagine that? Having partners all over the world that's helping you create wealth together as a community. I don't know what else to tell y'all. All right. So thank you for tuning in. And for those of you who are catching this live as a recorded because you wasn't on, hey, see you when I see you. But I tell people, see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. Peace. I'm out.